I want to explain to you what a JavaScript variable is and show you how you can use it within your scripts. Right now, the job title field has a little message that pops up when the user puts their cursor in that field. And a variable was used within JavaScript in order to help create this. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to move out to the Select Object tool and double-click the form field, select Run a JavaScript, and click Edit. This gets me out to the actual JavaScript for that form field. And this is what's creating that pop-up message. And what I'm going to focus on within this script is the very first line. So I'm going to go ahead and move this piece down just a little bit so we can see this a little bit easier. Now we have a JavaScript variable called giveMessage that we are creating, and we're assigning some information to that variable. And you say, okay, great. What on earth did she just say? Let's break it down a little bit. I find most people working in Acrobat do not have any scripting or programming behind them. So I want to make sure that you understand the concepts within JavaScript before we actually get typing some. So right here, we're using what's known as the var keyword that tells JavaScript that we're creating, or we want to create, a space in computer memory to store some information. And the way I like to talk about this is think of a drawer you have in your house in a dresser, as an example, or in your kitchen. And give the front of that drawer a name. So you write a name on the front of the drawer, and the name of this drawer in computer memory is called giveMessage. So the front of the drawer says giveMessage. Now that drawer in your house, and I'll use the dresser drawer or bureau drawer as an example, what you're going to be doing as clothes come and go from that drawer, the contents inside the drawer will be changing. But the actual name on the outside of the drawer does not. So think of this as a way to store information, just like your dresser stores contents that you place inside of it. And those contents tend to change, but the storage name does not. So the var keyword tells JavaScript to create a space in computer memory to store some information, and that information will be changing. Now, giveMessage is the name of that particular computer memory storage location. And every time we reference giveMessage, what we want to do is actually represent this sentence in this example. We want to represent this text. And because it's pure text on the page, I need double quotes surrounding it. And a JavaScript variable is assigned using the equal sign. So basically, anytime you see a single equal sign in JavaScript, it tells you take whatever is on the right-hand side of the equal sign, and that is what goes inside the drawer for storage, and we reference that information using this name. So what I can actually do is from now on, anywhere in my code within this piece of the JavaScript editor, I can just use this name, and the computer understands, okay, instead of having to type all of this out every time I want to do something, I just have to use this word. So that is why we're using it down here. Now we're giving JavaScript some instructions before that area, but basically you can think of taking this content, it's just as if this content was dropped into this area, including the double quotes. So I can just reference it much easier using a single word than I can using all of this information every time I want to reference it. So that is a JavaScript variable. Variables are assigned using the equal sign which is called an assignment operator. It's a fancy programming way to say, take whatever's on the right and put it inside that dresser drawer, and whatever's on the left, that's the name for the outside. So we now have a space in computer memory that's storing this information under this name, and from now on we can start using it this way, which is much, much simpler than doing it in this manner. So that is an overview of a JavaScript variable. You will see these throughout the scripts that we work with in this course, and it's up to you to give this variable a name. There are some specifics with regards to naming variables. You cannot have spaces or special characters of any kind, so try and make your variable names as descriptive of the content as possible, and you shouldn't have any trouble. But that is an overview of a JavaScript variable.